I'm going to be doing part 3 of the August Burns Red Meddler tutorial. I just want to say I'm sorry it's taken so long to post this. I know there's a few of you out there that really want to see this video. Recently I've just been really busy, and I want to personally thank those of you who are wanting to see this, because that's what motivated me to get on here and start doing it. So here it goes. As usual, as like the other ones, we're going to get straight into business and do it. Alright, so we left off at the verse. Now we're going to go into the first breakdown. So I'm not going to teach you that tricky lead. That's going to be in a separate tutorial. This is basically just to help you get to the end of the song. I just want to get you to the end of the song so you can play through it. So here's the rhythm part. It starts off with an open. Then it goes into a little lead here that played with the lead part. The first note of that little lead is going to be the 4th string, 12th fret. Second note is going to be 3rd string, 14th fret. Next note is going to be the 4th string, 15th fret. Next note is 4th string, 14th fret. So what you got is, so just practice picking up and down the whole time. Then the next note series is going to be 1st string, 12th fret. Next note is going to be the 3rd string, 14th fret. Then it's the 4th string, 14th fret. And then 4th string, 15th fret. So all together in this little lead, you have so what I'd recommend is just getting really good at down, up, picking, and playing just the notes. When you can get it really fast, then we will work on the tremolo. When you have the muscle memory of that's when start trying to implement the tremolo. So after the open to the stop to the lead, the rhythm guitar does a chug pattern under the lead, which goes like this. So after that chug pattern, we go into that same lead again. Alright, so once you have that chugging pattern and that lead down, it's simple for the next couple parts because you just repeat that. So after that chugging pattern and the lead part, you just go into the breakdown, which is It's repeated for about 3 times, and and once you repeat it the length of the song, you know, the August Burns Red plays it, the lead at the end is played twice to end off the breakdown. And then it goes into an even better breakdown. So the breakdown that it drops into, it's pretty technical, so I'm going to play it as slow as I can and try to be as accurate as possible while going that slow. I'm just going to be honest with you, if you're capable of getting this far in the song, I'm pretty positive that you'll be able to just keep playing with the track and eventually just get this breakdown. But to try and help you as much as possible, I will play it a little bit slower than it should be. So this is the breakdown, the next breakdown after the insane lead breakdown. So it goes, coming after this, you go. That best way to learn is just play with the track. That's the best way. So after that breakdown, we get into some of the fun parts. We have a little lead down here after the breakdown. They go into a lead that's pretty fun. I'm gonna play it real quick, just kind of at medium speed, and then I'll break down the notes. Okay, so your first note is the 4th string, 10th fret. The next note is 4th string, 12th fret. The next note is 3rd string, 10th fret. The next note is the 4th string, 12th fret. So it's pretty simple. And after that, you do 3rd string, 14th fret. Back to the 4th string, 12th fret. Then you go 4th string, 10th fret. And then to end off the pattern, 4th string, 12th fret. So all together. Then you just you repeat that pattern, but instead of doing the 3rd string, 14th fret, you do the 2nd string, 13th fret. So that sounds like. So together, both of them. And then after you do the lead with the higher note, you play it one more time with the lower note, and then you end this lead off with, which is going to be, I'm going to recommend using your pinky on the first note here. 5th string, 13th fret. 3rd string, 10th fret. Then you go back to the 5th string, 13th fret. And then you end that little phrase off with the 4th string, 14th fret. After the second time you play that lead, there's a little transition lead that's played. That transition goes like this. The first note is going to be the 2nd string, 10th fret. Then you got 3rd string, 12th fret. 3rd string, 10th fret. And the 4th string 10th fret. And just to kind of give you an idea of how it flows, I'll play the previous lead part one time at a medium speed so you can kind of see what's going on, and then I'll go into that transition lead. Alright, that leads that transition lead will lead us into the next part, which is the type of playing reminds me of the beginning. So kind of have that in mind when we go into this. I'm gonna play it so you can see this part, and then I'm gonna break it down for you. I know that wasn't as clean as it can be, but I'm a teacher, and they say those who can't do teach. Got that from a movie. But anyway, that's how it should flow. That's the time, and let's get into it. So the first note for that little lead is going to be the 4th string 7th fret. Next note is the 4th string 8th fret. The next note is the 3rd string 7th fret. Back to the 4th string 8th fret. Then after you play that, you take your pinky and you go to the 3rd string 10th fret. After that note, you go back to the 4th string 8th fret. Then back to the 4th string 7th fret. And then end off on the 4th string 8th fret. All together at a good medium speed. So once you get that, you start the next part off just like the previous part, but instead of going to the 3rd string 10th fret, you go to the 2nd string 10th fret. Then you go to the 3rd string 7th fret. Then you go to the 3rd string 9th fret. And then you end that little phrase off with the 4th string 10th fret. So all together at a medium speed. So it goes into so it goes 3rd string 10th fret, 2nd string 8th fret, 2nd string 10th fret, 3rd string 10th fret. Let me play this phrase at like a medium pace for you so you kind of know what's going on. And I'm also going to give you a tip on how I do this because it's kind of tricky. Alright, so we have this part. After that, you go down to, you take your pinky and you go down to the 1st string 13th fret. Then you come back up to the 1st string 8th fret. Then you go to the 2nd string 10th fret, so then after the 2nd string 10th fret, you go to the 3rd string 10th fret. And when you're playing this up to speed, it's kind of tricky. So this part in general, when you're going from the 2nd string 10 to the 3rd string 10, you got to do some fast jumping without clicking the strings. So that's going to be something that you're going to have to probably play really slow and figure out how you want to play it to achieve those notes. So to end that whole little lick off, it goes into, after you're done doing you just simply take your middle finger and go to the 3rd string 9th fret, and you start the end of the lick. So it starts off 3rd string 9th fret, so 3rd string 9th fret, 2nd string 8th fret, 2nd string 10th fret, 1st string 8th fret, 1st string 10th fret, then you just go back down, 1st string 8th fret, 2nd string 10th fret, 2nd string 8th fret. So that whole lick together, I'm going to play it at a nice medium speed so you can kind of see how it flows. That's that part. It's tricky. My recommendation is just play it slow over and over again and just keep upping your tempo until you can play with the song. And yeah, that's that part. So after that, it goes into the solo part. So the rhythm for the solo part is really simple, and we should get through this no problem really fast. It starts off with an open, and I don't know how you guys play your opens, but I always like to hit that octave with my opens, and I do it all the time on the 3rd string 2nd fret. Just a habit, that's what I do. But anyway, so this is the part. It's going to be open, 3, 8, 10. Open, 3, 8, 10. And then it's going to be kind of like this rhythm here. I'll play it at a medium speed first. And now up to speed, it's just a little bit faster. So you play that twice, and then you go into a little chugging part. It's the same notes, but just chugging, and it's pretty easy. So I'm gonna play it all together, the solo part all together, and it's going to be up to speed for you so you can kind of play along. you go into that first breakdown with the crazy lead. So it just goes right into that part, right after the last chug. So you play that. I just, my recommendation is just to listen to the song. I believe it's played twice, not 3 times in this section. And it's going to go into a very difficult chugging pattern. As the next breakdown. And honestly, I don't think I can replicate it 100%. I'm going to do what I tell you guys all the time. When it comes to these breakdown parts, you just got to chug along and you eventually get it. But I'm going to give you what could be the closest to that, to the last little breakdown. Alright, the last part, this part is actually one of my favorite parts. When I initially heard the song, this was the part that I really was like, wow, that sounds cool. I want to learn how to play that, so when I write my own music, I can kind of implement that style into my leads. And it goes like this. That part starts off with the 3rd string, 7th fret, and you kind of pedal back and forth between that string, that and an open on the 4th. And it's gonna this next part's gonna be a hammer on. 3rd string, 5th fret, hammer on to 3rd string, 7th fret, and then you hit the 3rd string, 7th fret again, and then you pedal back to the open on the 4th. So all together. The next part, 3rd string, 7th fret, 2nd string, 6th fret, 2nd string, not 10th fret, all together again. After that, you do a little, which is 2nd string, 6th fret, hammered on to the 2nd string, 8th fret, pull off back to the 6th fret, then you do 3rd string, 7th fret, 4th string, 8th fret. So again, all together. The next part is going to basically be the same type of pattern, except instead of having the open on the 4th string, you're going to be using the 8th fret. So instead of going, you go. So you're going to be pedaling on that 4th string, 8th fret. So again, just like the previous lead, except you're using the 8th fret. Once you get to that, you do 4th string, 7th, And you pedal 4th string 7th off with the open on the 4th string. And then you do a little 7th on the 4th string. You're going to do 7th fret to 8th fret, hammer on, pull off. So you're going to go 7th fret, hammer on the 8th, 4th string, 7th fret, hammer on to the 8th fret, and then pull off to 0. And then you do the exact same thing with the 4th string, 8th fret, hammer on to the 4th string, 10th fret, hammer on, or pull off to open. So all together, that end part where you're pedaling with the 8th, I want to play that. So now all together. That's the song, guys. Hope you enjoy. Again, I will be posting more frequently. I really enjoy doing this, and I like to hear your feedback. I don't have much of a following, so I'm just gonna do tutorials on songs that I like to play. And if you have any requests of songs or anything, just post a comment below. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching. Looking forward to helping you learn some of these songs. Peace.